All right, we're recording. Let's not have a fucking repeat of the Punisher episode. Before we get started properly, though, I gotta air some beef real quick because it's gonna just taint the experience if I've got it in the back of my mind. Jay, you want to know what I really think of you?
Me?
Yeah, you.
What'd I do?
You are a scruffy looking Nerf herder.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, well, last time we did this, you guys just fucking bombarded me with quotes. So, and this time,
I remember that now.
You guys are just gonna have to sit there and take it from me. You're just gonna have to let the Wookiee win. That's actually all I got. So,
Did you research those?
no, no, I am just a Star Wars nerd. I am a Star Wars nerd, which means I am trash, but the garbage will do. Okay.
Well, that's good. Yeah. I'll take that one.
Yeah, I'm really stretching, but it's fine.
I'll accept that one.
Okay. Hello and welcome back to Cape Corner, where we explore the history, story, and cultural impact of a different character or group every episode. I'm Blue.
I'm Jordan.
And I'm Jay.
And we're the Womp Rat Pack. Sorry, I know that sounded very awkward, like a random pause, but I just, for whatever reason, Womp Rat popped in my head. I was like, I have to do something with this.
We gotta do something with the Womp Rat. They're not much bigger than 2 meters.
Yeah. Now I stupidly want to see like fucking fan art of the Womp Rat Pack. Just like Frank Sinatra as a fucking
some Womp Rats with our faces photoshopped on them.
But we're wearing suits.
Yes.
Stupid. I love it. All right. If you can't tell by all of the Star Wars talk, we're doing another Star Wars character. Last time we did Anakin Skywalker, the protagonist of first, well, not the first, but of the prequels. So
arguably the protagonist of the saga, the original saga, the first 6.
No, I refuse.
Right.
But now it makes sense to talk about the protagonist of the original trilogy. If anybody were to listen to this show, this would be the episode that's going to piss people off. So strap yourselves in to your T16, because today we're going to talk about Luke Skywalker. Does he have other
what, like nicknames? Not that I'm aware of.
Like I don't Last Jedi.
I guess it's unclear what that title was referring to, though, because he says in that movie that he's not the Last Jedi.
Yes, but as far as the end of the original trilogy, he was literally the Last Jedi.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. And there was only more Jedi after that.
That's true. I guess we don't. Who else is out there by the time we hit episode 6? We know that.
No, that's retcon. That's
okay.
That's different. Fucking Ahsoka.
I was about to open up my wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, I know. There was actually 20 other Jedi. It's the same shit that happened with the Saiyans in Dragon Ball Z, where it's like, oh, Raditz, Nappa, Vegeta, and Goku were the last 4 Saiyans. And it's like, well, actually, there was Turles. It's like, well, actually, there was Paragus and Broly. It's like, well, actually, there was Tarble. It's like, okay, that fucking doubled the number.
This is the way.
Yeah, good job. You snuck one in on me.
Yeah, I tried.
All right. Now, some of you may go, well, wait, Luke Skywalker is a beloved character, and it sounds like you guys like him too. Oh, why would this be an episode that pisses us off? Well, because to answer your question, I like Luke Skywalker. I like all versions of Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, that's the big catch.
We're talking
we
about
actually
sequels.
like Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. I like him as stupid whiny little farmhand shit. And
I was
like
gonna go to Taji Station and pick up some power converters.
some power converters. I've never heard a whinier line delivery in my life.
It's so good.
And I like him as fully realized new young Jedi Master.
I am
And
a
I
Jedi,
like him
like my father before me.
Yeah. And yes, I like him as a curmudgeonly old man who just wants to be a fucking hermit left alone because of all the severe trauma he's endured. Some of you out here are like, it doesn't make sense for his character. He's in a completely different place than he was in the end of Return of the Jedi. Yeah, maybe it's because it's 40 years later and he's literally in a completely different place.
That always bugs me when people want purely static characters.
Yeah.
They're Goku fans.
It's like, sorry, man, life happens. That people change.
Yeah.
People get traumatized.
It's funny. I just made a joke about Goku, but even Goku gets some development. Not a lot, but it's there.
I was trying to think of the right line to use for the third version of Luke, and I settled on, you think I'm going to march out there and take on the entire First Order with a laser sword?
I would have just done the noise he makes after drinking the blue milk.
The alien sea cow with 4 boobs.
Bro, that scene pissed people off so much. They're like, oh, it's fucking disgraceful. I'm just like, is it? For all we know, that's how they always made the blue
milk.
Like, he's been drinking that shit since 1977. So
yeah. Now
you
we
never
just know
saw
where
where
it
the
comes
blue
from.
milk came from.
Have you seen the pitch meeting for the Screen Rant pitch meeting for The Last Jedi?
No.
There's the deal where it's a bit where, if you're not familiar, dear listener, guy named Ryan George pretends to be both the screenwriter and the studio exec and acts out what he thinks the pitch meeting was like for a particular movie. He's acting out.
Wait, hang on. His name is Ryan George, and he's acting like he's a writer for or a director for a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. That's a good point. He does it for like hundreds of movies, but in that one, that's a very funny coincidence. But he does the pitch meeting, and he's talking about The Last Jedi, and he says, and then Luke milks an alien sea cow with 4 boobs. And he goes, an alien sea cow with 4 boobs? He goes, yeah. And then the alien sea cow with 4 boobs looks over at Rey and gives this expression like, you seeing this? It was just really funny.
I kind of saw its expression as like, you ever watch the Flintstones and like every like appliance is a creature and they'll just be like, it's a living. That's kind of the vibe I got from that thing. Where he's just like, yeah, he's milking me, whatever.
I want the Disney Plus series on the alien sea cow with 4 boobs.
Oh God, don't, because they'll do it.
I'd watch it.
How many?
I would watch it.
How many Star Wars shows do we have now?
Counting animation?
Sure.
5, 6.
No, it's got to be more than that.
I believe it's more.
You got Andor. You know what? I never fucking asked.
I was counting things that haven't happened. I was only counting things that have already aired.
You know what I never asked for? I never asked for an entire show about the boring old fuck Frenchman who did next to nothing in the movie that I don't like too much.
That's the beauty of Star Wars. Even the smallest minute character gets their own backstory and their own story.
We never got a fucking backstory for I almost said Wedge. What Biggs?
Have you read the comics?
Yes, but we didn't get a show for him.
I mean, Wedge
That's
gets a
fair.
lot of development in one of the shows.
Does it? Wait, what? Does he actually?
He's in Rebels for like 3 or 4 episodes, and he gets
Oh,
like
yeah.
a surprising amount of backstory.
Wait, so hang on. First of all, Wedge is a Star Wars character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, see, I get tripped up on that because Wedge is also like the fill-in name for just a shit ton of characters in Final Fantasy.
Oh, that's funny.
So I'm like, wait, it can't be Wedge. That's the Final Fantasy guy.
Yeah, no, Wedge is a Star Wars character, and he gets some backstory in Rebels, and they do that all the time.
So what you're
And I mean,
saying is you're confirming to me that Star Wars exists within the Final Fantasy multiverse.
Probably.
Well, according to Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. It seems fair enough to me.
See, okay, not to make this about Kingdom Hearts as I always do, but this is why I fucking love Kingdom Hearts, is because it's so ludicrous, but it makes so many other properties make sense.
Yeah. That's pretty fun.
Oh, did you know that in the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie, Sora's hair appears?
Yes, I did notice that. That was very funny.
All right, sorry.
Yeah, Star Wars gives an incredibly bizarre amount of backstory to everyone. If you look around, I mean, if you read the books, if there is such a person who has read every Star Wars book, there's probably like a biography on Max Rebo and his rise to fame or something. I don't.
Oh, for sure.
Look, man, all I'm saying is that the R4 droid that blew up like 10 minutes into the first Star Wars movie literally has more characterization than Cassian fucking Andor.
Not for long.
Now,
What
speaking
is that
of
a thing he
backstory-
said? Because you could be making that up.
What, the phrase "not for long"?
Yeah.
No, I was just saying that.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't a quote.
Because that's a no. I was legitimately like, wait, is that a Cassian Andor quote? Because I don't remember. a fucking
It's
thing this
impossible
guy
to
said.
tell with me. I could say anything and make it a quote.
Jay, what were you saying?
Jay,
Oh, now I was going back to that R4 point. I heard, I don't know if it's true or not. Like, I don't know if it's someone's headcanon or not, but apparently C3PO actually talked to him, the R4 unit, to try and get R2 bought with him.
so
allegedly-
3PO was like, "Hey, do me a solid and explode
Yeah.
for a moment," so that
Allegedly, though.
No. So what actually happened is, okay, I need you guys to stay with me here because this is a wild ride. So that R4 unit is the only droid that was force sensitive.
okay, sure,
He was a Jedi.
sure.
So he literally had a force vision that R2 had this great destiny to team up with Luke, give him the message about Leia, and send Luke to become like the guy that wound up redeeming Darth Vader and defeating the Emperor. And so when he was getting bought, he literally used the Force to overload his own actuators and blow his own brain up, essentially. He killed himself so R2 could have his destiny and Luke could save the galaxy.
Yeah, sure.
There are actually a force sensitive droids, though.
Oh, is he not the only one?
He
There
was
are-
probably the first.
It's very rare, but there are actually force sensitive droids.
That brings us into a whole other can of worms about sentience that I feel like Star Wars has never properly tackled.
See, now, okay, I was about to say, so Luke Skywalker, but then you brought that up and I got really interested in this droid thing. So, because I wanted to say that I can't remember where I read this, but it was interesting pointing out that it's like Star Wars very narrowly rides the line between droids are slaves that are immorally kept, and droids are cute little fellas with fun personalities. And they're never sure which story they want to go with, and never actually explore the deeply problematic moral dilemma of keeping what are probably sentient beings as belongings.
I also feel like they just never really touched on the fact that the slave trade is a booming and thriving business, like generally, like even outside of droids, like even outside of the moral implications of sentient AI, just like people are
Yeah.
slaves.
Yeah,
So-
it's just casually brought up from time to time that it's like, yep.
Yeah, it's just a normal thing.
Yeah, and you know, anytime like we see extra universe stuff like the Star Wars MMOs or whatever, like the Jedi get really up in arms about shit like spice dealing. And it's like, oh, you guys want to go after drug dealers, but you don't want to go after the literal human traffickers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Guys. So which is why I'm totally on board in fucking Last Jedi when Luke is like, the Jedi sucked.
I love his whole deal in The Last Jedi of like, he kind of comes to the realization that a lot of people came to, that it's like, yeah, man, the Jedi were fucked up. They were like kidnapping children and indoctrinating them into this kind of bizarre religion and training them as peace fighting warriors.
And if the parents didn't give up the baby, they had full right to kill the baby in fear that it could turn into a Sith.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't talk about that often, but they had that.
Which, okay, so that entire thing, again, I'm sorry, guys, I'm so sorry, but I am going to make this about Kingdom Hearts again real quick. So, do you remember the character I explained to you who was the teacher of Aqua, Ventus, and Terra, Master Ericus?
I believe so.
Vaguely.
Master Ericus is voiced by Mark Hamill.
Cool.
So his entire shtick in that game is to be a mentor who is so obsessed with the light and defeating the darkness that he becomes blind to his own methodology and how it's fucked up.
Oh, I'm blinded by the light.
That is not the Blinded by the Light song that I was thinking of. Ripped up like a douche, another. I don't know what the actual line of that is. But the fucking so he's literally portraying like a reflection of the Jedi Order in that game.
That's fun.
Yeah. All right, but we've been all off the rails here. So let me reintroduce a little bit of structure. Because this is one of the few characters that I can actually fulfill my mandate about talking about real world history with.
Yeah.
So George Lucas, little lad who just made some like fucking D tier, like probably $90 budget THX movie.
THX
like,
1138, The Electric Labyrinth.
That's the one. Thank you.
I've never actually seen that.
Yeah, me neither. I probably never will, just being real.
Same here.
But he's like, I got this idea for hang on. I got this idea for Star Wars, I think. And,
Dead on.
Thank you. And so his original drafts for Star Wars were very different. Han Solo was a lizard man. Which they were like, what if we did Harrison Ford instead? And he'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, I just worked with him on American Graffiti. It was very good.
Yeah. So the protagonist of Star Wars was originally going to be Anakin Starkiller, who was focus tested, and they were like, that sounds a little threatening to be a protagonist.
Yeah.
And so he was like, okay, how about instead of Anakin Starkiller, we go Luke Skywalker. And they're like, that sounds much more pleasing. And he's like,
Yeah.
okay, all right, good. Because that was back when people like actually had the fucking nuts to tell George Lucas that he should workshop stuff.
And
Because
then
it wasn't-
what if we name the villain Darth Daddy? No, that's too on the nose, George. Darth Father. No, that's you need to make it German or some shit. Darth
Vader.
Vader. Okay,
Yeah,
there you go.
But yeah, because like eventually we hit a point of like, so Jar Jar's gonna talk in a Rastafarian accent, and he's going to throw poop at people. But he'll also single-handedly defeat the droid army. And they're like, yeah, that's great, George. Yeah, you can do no wrong. It's like, oh God, please.
His biggest mistake was trying to do it without anyone to challenge his ideas.
Yeah. I feel like it was a fucking cry for help. He's like, please, there's got to be a line here somewhere. How far do I go?
I mean, I love that shot of him behind the scenes in like the writing room going, I really think Jar Jar is the key to all of this.
Bro,
Jar
I
Jar
swear, my Darth
confirmed.
Plagueis theory, I will not let it go.
I'm never letting it go. Jar Jar's the villain.
Yeah, so he reinvented the idea from Anakin Starkiller to Luke Skywalker. He repurposed the name Anakin to be the father of Luke Skywalker. Starkiller wound up being the name of like 3 different things.
Yep.
Thank you for mentioning that.
Lots of things.
I fucking love Starkiller.
Yeah, it's a rad name, but god damn it, stop using it.
I guess it's only one thing in canon now,
Yeah.
but I miss the old one.
Yeah.
They had plans of making him canon. They were going to bring him into Rebels, but they backed out on it.
Because they're cowards.
Cowards.
Yeah. It's not like there's not room for that story. There's a 20-year gap.
Right? Bring him.
Yeah.
Bring him.
Yeah,
to
you
canon.
could have done it.
And
They
you've
coulda done it.
already done Vader having an apprentice with fucking Ahsoka. You made that canon, but we can't have Starkiller pussies.
Oh, you know what would have been awesome in Rebels? Having both of Vader's fucking apprentices fight him in that temple.
Yeah, that'd be
Starkiller
cool.
and Ahsoka.
The trouble with that is that if you canonize Starkiller and bring him in and team him up with Ahsoka to fight Vader, Vader fucking dies.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Starkiller was pretty strong.
That's true. They would have had to weaken him quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean,
it would have
you
had
could- you
it
could
would have
also-
had to be like Starkiller's lost a few limbs
Well,
and
or-
his
or you could even just say that because he's a clone, that he's
That's true.
just going through clone degeneration.
That's true.
that would
too,
have been
yeah.
pretty fun. That would have been great.
So he can still be strong, but he's not as overpowered as he used to be. And so
I'm sensing we're gonna have to do the next one of these episodes on Starkiller.
He's a rad
Please.
character. Another bit of Star Wars history. This is sort of tangentially related, but I just think it's neat. The original concept of the lightsaber was that it would have a generator, like a battery backpack, and a tube.
The Proto Saber. Yeah.
Well, I'm getting there. It would have a tube connected from the backpack to the bottom of the hilt, and that everyone had one of these fucking things. Stormtroopers fought with them too.
Yeah.
Then they decided that the backpack thing would be too cumbersome for action sequences, and that they wanted it to be a more special thing. So they made it perfectly handheld, and they nixed the Stormtroopers having them and gave them laser guns instead. But the design of that has become canonized as the Proto Saber, as Jay was saying. And I saw a video where people made an actual Proto Saber.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. That's cool.
Yeah. It's awesome.
It's fucking sick. It's also one of the
it
most
can be
deadly
done.
things. But it's deadly not just for people on the receiving end of it, but for the like wearing a backpack full of that much electrical equipment is a hazard.
Yeah.
But it would still be fucking rad.
Not a Star Wars quote, but with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you'd still die to a gun, so I'm pretty sure you're fine. All right. So I guess we got to talk about the stupid fucking circumstances of his birth. Look, I'm sorry. I know. Look, I agree. Okay, I know everyone, especially the prequel lovers, are like, "Oh, but Revenge of the Sith was good." Yes, I agree. I think largely Revenge of the Sith was a good movie, but the fucking birth scene is so dumb. Oh, she died from a broken heart.
I'm fine with it.
I know you are. Shut up.
Hello, it's me, the fandom optimist.
I'm okay with it too. I just make fun of it.
Yeah, but it's deserving of being made fun of, because it's literally, it is the primest example from the prequels of, we have to get from point A to point B somehow,
Yeah.
but we couldn't think of a good, graceful way to make it happen. So we'll just write in the schlockiest shit that you ever heard.
I don't know. It's possible to die of heartbreak.
It is, yeah.
Okay, but she's like, "Oh, Anakin turned to the dark side. I'm upset, so I would rather die than be here for the children that I am now birthing." Like,
It's
I
still
have
heartbreaking.
no reason to live. Fuck them kids. Michael Jordan picture. and like,
I will
I'm
never
not
get
the
over the
biggest
way
fan.
it plays out in the Lego game, where she's like crying, and then you hear, and the robot walks over with the two babies.
Look, I'm not the biggest fan of Padme typically, but I will give her credit where credit is due. She has been shown to be, a largely compassionate being, which means that the scene doesn't jive with her prior characterization. It just
It's
doesn't.
heartbreak.
It just doesn't work. You boil down heartbreak like it's this incredibly simple thing. Like, yeah, it's just a thing that happens. People just die from being sad, and it's like,
Yeah. Now they
like,
should have done. They should have done that. Oh yeah, her throat's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
She's gonna die.
yeah, if it was just literally that he collapsed part of her throat and she literally doesn't have the oxygen intake to survive the process of childbirth, I'd be like, that's totally fine. That works. But the prequels were so dead set on being this like Shakespearean shit. And I think in concept,
I think they also really wanted to have it where if Palpatine tells him that he killed her, he's lying.
It's a lie.
It has to be a lie.
But
I don't know why they made that decision, but it's interesting.
We're all like, this is a huge tragedy. It's a fucking Greek tragedy on the silver screen, the downfall of Anakin Skywalker and his turn into Darth Vader. But wouldn't it be more tragic if he actually accidentally killed his wife? Like,
I would think so, yeah.
He didn't mean to, but it still happened. But instead, and it's not like we need to villainize Darth fucking Sidious more. I promise we were always still going to think he was a bad guy, even if he was telling the truth. But like, that would make it even better, actually, even more evil, to be gleefully relaying the news that he killed his wife, rather than just lying about it.
That's fair. It's interesting
you killed
to
your
me,
wife, dumbass.
It's interesting to me that that Leia remembers their mom and Luke does not. That has always been interesting to me.
Yeah, because I too remember my fucking birth. Do you know why we don't remember our birth? Is because it would literally be too traumatic for our brains to process. Think about it. You have just been exposed to outside air. All of your nervous system is like turning on after being essentially in sleep mode. You are feeling your first feelings. Your skin is as baby soft as it will ever get. All of your nerve endings are on the absolute surface layer of your skin, because technically humans need 10 months to gestate, but we only get 9 months in the womb, so we're underdeveloped. So all of your nerve endings are on the surface of your skin. So we're underdeveloped. So all of your nerve endings are on the surface of your skin. You've got the softest skin ever. Air touches for the first time. Why do you think babies cry? It's because they're in immense pain. Literally
As they should
everything
be.
hurts.
Fuck them kids.
Exactly.
And she's like, oh yeah, I remember our mom. What, from the 20 seconds you both existed in the world at the same time?
Maybe she had a forced dream about the mom.
That's plausible.
Oh,
It's space magic.
Yeah.
We're in space magic world, Blue. I can say whatever the fuck
Hey,
I want.
hey, I wasn't arguing you. I just hadn't considered that possibility. You didn't even give me a chance to be a fucking pessimist.
I just really wanted to use someone's name in that sentence
Just
to make it sound
fucking
more
threw me under the
dramatic.
bus. Damn, man. All right. So it is. You know what? I take it back. Jay, you're all right. Jordan, you're a fucking nerf herder.
Sorry, I'm on Jordan's side.
What do you mean? I never said that didn't make sense. Literally, it was brought up like it could have been a force vision, and I wasn't given a chance to talk before. It was like, oh my god, Blue, just accept that it's space magic. I'm just here like, damn, fucking getting caught in the crossfire.
I'm here to bring chaos.
I can tell. Oh, little fucking deviant. All right. Yeah, okay. All right. Fucking doing the goddamn Joker laugh too, just to really sell it.
It's the only part of it I can still do.
All right. We do need to take a quick break. One, because I need a place to put an ad. And two,
Because Zoom is a dick.
Yeah. Fuck Zoom. All my homies hate Zoom.
Oh, my homies hate Zoom.
Not the character. He was actually like the best villain in the last TV show. I'm just
Oh, he was great.
All right. All right. We're back from our forced ad break. Thanks, Zoom. Okay. So I think we all agreed that the birth scene was dumb and that you guys were wrong. So moving on. Huh? What? Huh? So Luke gets really the short end of the stick because it's like, oh hey, Darth Vader is like a problem and we got to hide the kids. Let's send Leia to the Organas, lifelong friends of ours. She will live in royal opulence. She will be trained to be the best of the best, and she will just have a real good time. Where do we send Luke? Let's send him to
Desert planet.
Desert planet.
Yes. Yeah. You hear Obi-Wan go, oh, that sounds lovely. What should we do with Luke? He goes, farm.
Tatooine.
Desert farm.
Guys, we're just gonna send him to Tatooine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
He'll have to fend for his life every day from the Tusken Raiders.
Yeah. It will literally be right under the nose of everyone who knows who Anakin Skywalker is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna keep the last name. Obi-Wan, you're gonna go there. You're gonna keep your last name.
The foolproof plan.
They're not gonna figure it out, man. I promise.
So that's the conditions Luke is born into, which makes his whininess more bearable.
Yeah.
At least he's not bitching about sand.
I also like
sand.
that is an act when he says that line. It took me because I was always so focused on how silly that line is that I never realized that Owen follows it up with, you can mess around with your friends later. That it's like, oh yeah, so Luke's fucking with him. He's not going to get pick up power converters. He's gonna go hang out with his friends. And
But
Owen sees right through it.
But is that what's
I've always loved
happening?
that.
Because it's Tatooine, that could literally be their idea of having fun and having a good time. Is literally
That's
copying
true.
mechanics.
That's fair enough. I just assumed that he was like, but Dad, I'm supposed to do, or Uncle Owen, I'm supposed to go do this pick up something for the farm that you needed.
I
And
saw
he's
it as
like,
they were.
nah, you little shit. You're not going to hang out with your friends right now.
I saw it as they were buying parts for their T-16 so that they could bully the local
Okay.
fauna.
Interesting.
They fucking
So they
bombs
can
small animals.
Bullseye some womp rats. They're not much bigger than 2 meters.
Oh my god, yes, you already said it, Jordan.
I know. I really like that line.
So he was like 20, right?
Oh yeah, he was very young when he made the movie. The character or the
What?
actor?
No,
the character's 19.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how
Was
young
he?
Luke.
No,
Mark
wasn't
Hamill
it a
was.
20-year time skip and he was literally born right before the time skip?
I don't know why I think it's a 19-year time skip, but I'm very confident it's a 19-year time skip.
I'm pretty sure Luke is 19.
Okay, I don't think it matters. He's still like 19 or 20.
Like, well, technically, if
Shut
you
the
go
fuck
3
up.
more days in this direction, that means
God.
They have 2 sons, therefore it works.
therefore he's technically 20 years old if you compared him to humans on Earth, but in space time, it's a little bit slower.
You guys are fucking insufferable.
I try.
Anyway, he is a young adult who gets to see the barbecued corpses of his aunt and uncle.
And has little to no reaction.
Right, that scene always bugged me.
He just goes, well, it's nothing for me now. Let's go.
I don't know. Now I'm going to be the optimist. I think that was actually a pretty well done reaction because it's like you see that like he
Kind of the shock.
But yeah, okay. So there's a moment of like shock, and then there's a moment of like he's disgusted and hurt, so he like looks away. But then you see him like tense his body up, clench his fist, and then he forces him to look at it again because that's when the anger takes over.
That's a good point. I really like that. I have no problem with this scene. I just like finding things to laugh at.
Up until it makes sense. Okay, it's fine. Anyway, calm.
Surrender. Take a deep breath, Blue.
Yeah. I'm not trying to get into my fucking what's the guy from The Simpsons? You know the one.
I don't know the one. I don't watch
the comic guy, the fat neck beard.
Oh,
I don't know.
Anyway, I'm not trying to channel
memes.
him. So, he gets. It's like the most classic example of the hero's journey. He did the refusal of the call, but now he can no longer refuse. He literally like says like, I want to go with you because there's nothing left for me here.
Yeah.
Like,
and then they go to Mos Eisley Spaceport. Never will you find a greater hive of scum and villainy.
Yeah. It's also the origin of people with American accents trying to pronounce words with British accents.
Wait, what is?
The Mos Eisley scene, because it's where we get, I'm Han Solo. I'm the captain of the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a lot of Britishness going on in the original Star Wars. So,
yeah.
So you get like other people saying the Millennium Falcon, but then you get fucking Harrison Ford being like, Falcon, okay, the Millennium Falcon, yeehaw. And he does yeehaw. He does yeehaw in this movie.
He does.
That is just canonical.
Space cowboy.
Great shot, kid. Don't get penisy. That's like the last Family Guy joke that I found legitimately funny.
Christ.
I loved the Family Guy spin-off of it.
Yeah, Blue Harvest. Oh yeah, by the way, did you guys know that the working title for Star Wars was Blue Harvest?
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah, it's because, well, it's the thing in production where a lot of times they'll make a movie under a code name.
Yep.
Because they don't want, leaks and stuff, information about the movie. That being said, Blue Harvest is not only the name of Star Wars. God damn it. I'm looking it up and now all I'm seeing is the fucking Family Guy shit. There was another movie that more recently went by Blue Harvest. God fucking damn it. I'm not. Talk amongst yourselves for a bit because I gotta fucking.
All right.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I don't remember what movie that is. I love Luke and Han's dynamic immediately. Where it's who's gonna fly it, kid? You? He goes, you bet I could. I'm not such a bad pilot myself. He says, oh Luke's mad.
Okay, it's saying that it. No, that's not it.
Okay.
Because they're like the Blue Harvest page for the Lucasfilm Wiki mentions Yojimbo, A Fistful of Dollars, and Last Man Standing, and I was like, oh, are those other movies that use Blue Harvest as a title? And it's like, no, it's because Blue Harvest is a parody of Red Harvest.
Okay.
Look, all I know is that there was a movie more recently, very recently, that used Blue Harvest as its working title, and it's gonna fucking bother me. Oh, I think it was Lord of the Rings.
Okay, that wouldn't surprise me.
That's one fandom I never really got into.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I still like stuff like that type of era, but I just never really liked Lord of the Rings.
Jay, I'm gonna force you to watch it at gunpoint. And it's because there is now a Lord of the Rings TV show that I've been super loving.
Oh, I heard about that.
I'm glad it's good. I haven't had a chance to check it out yet.
It's really good. But we're actually gonna have to do Lord of the Rings episodes just because like I love the characters in it so much. Get ready for the Pippin episode nobody asked for. My trivia about real world shit is just going to be like, did you know that the guy who played Mary was also in fucking X-Men First Class? And Lost. All right. Look, what do you really want us to say about Luke Skywalker? Like,
he's fucking cool.
Yeah. The guy was freaked out that he might have to deal with another Darth Vader, and he lit up his lightsaber in a moment of like pure reaction, and he immediately regretted it. And
then he didn't do it, Twitter.
Yeah, fucking freaks.
Jesus.
And did Grogu die in that instance? Like,
no, Grogu had left by then.
What? When was that stated?
Oh, did I spoil something you haven't watched yet?
I wasn't going to say anything.
What haven't I watched?
It's in Boba Fett.
Wait,
have you seen Boba Fett?
When the fuck does Book of Boba Fett take place?
Right after Mandalorian.
The second season.
So was Grogu just not a part of the temple at all, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it seems to me that he was there for a few weeks.
Oh, okay.
And you haven't seen Boba Fett?
No.
Okay, yeah. Well, spoilers for Boba Fett. Sorry, everyone.
I think pretty soon after Mandalorian season 2, I quickly got overwhelmed with Star Wars shit because it was Star Wars Visions, which I was taking my time with watching.
It was very cool.
And then there was like Book of Boba Fett and Andor and this and that, and I'm just like, it's too much.
So you got overwhelmed by the announcements.
That and just the backlog. I still have to watch.
Well, because like Andor still hasn't happened
yet.
Yeah.
I still have to watch the Clone. Wait, what do you mean? I saw people were posting reaction videos about it.
Probably the trailers.
Yeah, probably the trailer. It premieres in like 2 weeks.
I thought it was the episodes. Okay.
Stoked for when Ahsoka comes out.
But
Yeah, eventually.
hey,
Yeah.
we can also stop casting Rosario Dawson and stuff. I'm just gonna put that out there.
But yeah, in Boba Fett, we find out that Grogu was with Luke for like a few weeks, and then Luke says, you know, I sense you have a lot of attachment for the Mandalorian, and he basically tells him, you know, I'll just spoil some stuff. Sorry if you haven't seen this, dear listener, but Mandalorian brings a little baby Beskar chainmail to the Jedi Temple to give as a gift to Grogu, but they won't let him see him, and so he passes it off. And so Luke sits down Grogu, and he's like, "Here's a present for you from the Mandalorian. It's adorable." And then he says, "And here is Yoda's lightsaber. You can pick one, and that'll determine what your course is." And you know, Baby Yoda, Grogu picks the chainmail and leaves. Goes back to the Mandalorian.
Okay. That's pretty fucked up that Luke would force that choice on them.
I
Yeah, I
was
that.
upset. That was the one time I've been disappointed in Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
So I was like, come on, man, be cool. Give him both of the things.
Like, are you?
He can have Yoda's lightsaber and the chainmail. He's
All
cool.
right, like, so was the implication that I won't teach you to be a Jedi unless you cut off your previous connections? Because I have some old Jedi shit.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
well, I interpret it as this is flawed, arrogant Luke still trying to uphold the old teachings of the Jedi. And by the time we run into him 30 years later, he's gotten over that shit.
But even Luke didn't follow that rule.
Not entirely.
Yeah.
No,
But
not at all. He kept every one of his like past.
Yeah, he fucking like Yoda's like, don't do it, you bitch. You're not gonna be a real Jedi if you leave. And he's like, fuck you, old man. I gotta go save my friends.
That was like the entire impetus for the third act of Empire.
Yeah.
And of season 3 of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like, come on.
Fair enough. Anyway, yeah, that was a kind of a sad moment for Luke's characterization, and is, in my opinion, the only sad moment for Luke's characterization.
Yeah, I feel like everything else makes sense. See, okay, now the reason I feel that makes sense in a meta commentary is because of the backlash of Last Jedi. I feel like they went very hard in the other direction to try and quote unquote course correct. Course correction was not fucking necessary. Star Wars people need to touch grass.
Yeah.
But they were like, okay, they don't like the deep and complex characterization, so we'll just make him the space badass from Legends that he was supposed to not actually be, and we'll have him mow down an army of death troopers in the Mandalorian, and then
That
we'll
was
have
cool.
him
It really
force
was.
unfair choices on other people in Boba Fett.
Yeah, I'm fine with him being the absolutely broken powerhouse in Mandalorian season. I'm fine with that. That's cool.
In a void, that scene is fine. I was upset because I realized what it was heralding for the characterization of Luke, which was
that's fair enough.
The course correction thing.
Yeah, and at the time I hadn't seen it as a course correction. I was just thinking that it's like, yeah, then he's gonna go on to be then he gets older, and then his life falls apart and he changes all of his views. But yeah, you're right. This moment where he kind of forces that choice on Grogu is sort of a mixed bag of, well, you weren't doing this earlier, man. He apparently went through, like, he was anti old Jedi teachings, and then he got super into old Jedi teachings, and then he went anti old Jedi teachings.
I just had the most ridiculous thought. What if the two diverging characterizations of Luke in modern Star Wars is meant to canonize bigger Luke?
Is canonize what?
Bigger Luke.
I'm lost. You're referencing something I don't know.
Jay, do you know what bigger Luke is?
No, I don't.
It's a fan theory from the original trilogy, because in some shots Luke, his height relative to Han is different, from one shot to
Oh.
another. So they think that there is literally a second Luke Skywalker.
I'm in. I'm in.
I mean, clones exist. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
hang on, let me see if I can
He lost a hand. There's material out there to clone him from.
let me see if I can okay, Bigger Luke, commonly abbreviated to BL, which is just the term for boys love. I think you guys could have
Very, very funny.
oh, by the way, here's the image I'm sending you guys in the Discord chat that is meant to encapsulate the idea of the theory.
Dear God.
Okay. Bigger Luke is the slightly larger manifestation of Luke Skywalker that is said to appear in certain scenes of the Star Wars trilogy, contrasting to regular Luke. The appearance of Bigger Luke in a particular scene is generally, but not always, judged relative to the height of Han Solo, and as such, Han is the primary go-to frame of reference amongst Bigger Luke theorists. Because of this, no Han pics, commonly abbreviated to NHP, are generally discouraged, as it is very difficult to determine Luke's height without Han Solo as a constant frame of reference. While some common, the use of other Star Wars characters to judge Luke's height are not unheard of. The second most common character to judge if Bigger Luke is in the scene or not has generally been Obi-Wan, followed closely by Princess Leia. The activity of combining the original Star Wars trilogy combing the original Star Wars trilogy for instances of Bigger Luke is known as Luke-ing.
Oh,
That's too good.
There have been many elaborate theories as to why there exists a larger version of Luke Skywalker's in the original Star Wars films. However, most theories fall into two general categories. The canon Luke hypothesis, sometimes simply the Bigger Luke hypothesis, in which it is theorized that within the Star Wars universe and canon, there does indeed exist a version of Luke Skywalker that is slightly larger than a posited regular Luke Skywalker or Luke Prime, and the Hamill hypothesis, in which it is theorized that there exists an uncredited Mark Hamill lookalike who was used in certain scenes of the original trilogy for undisclosed reasons and whose identity has yet to be determined. I love the fact that these guys never think that maybe there's just uneven flooring.
Yeah, could be.
I need to show you the evidence, like here. Okay, here's this image of this shot where both Luke and Han, exist simultaneously. But then there's this shot. Look,
My God.
he's bigger.
Yep.
It can't be an angle that the camera is pointing in. It can't be uneven flooring. That's clearly just a bigger Luke.
Bigger
Yep.
Luke is canon.
Bigger Luke.
I'm glad I was able to teach you guys something today. Because I feel this encapsulates just how stupid the Star Wars fandom is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would like to take a moment to ask, what are some of your guys' favorite, like, if you had to pick one moment of Luke Skywalker that you feel is like your favorite, what would you pick?
Oh, great question. It's the throwing the lightsaber away in Return of the Jedi. That's it. That's peak Luke.
It's
No,
good.
I'm not gonna kill him. I am a Jedi like my father before me. Throw away the lightsaber. That's perfect.
It's so classic. Jay, what about you?
I'm thinking. You go first.
For me, I think my favorite might actually be the scene of Luke's silhouette in front of the bonfire at the end of Return of the Jedi, because between the music, his posture, everything, it conveys such a complex swirl of emotions, everything from sadness to triumph to hope to despair, the weight of the world on your shoulders, but simultaneously the freedom of the galaxy at your fingertips. It's like you're saying goodbye. You're mourning a relationship that you never got to have, but also content at the vanquishing of a deadly foe. And it's so many conflicting things. But the one constant that seems to tie all of them together is again the symbol of his posture in front of this roaring fire. Just feels like determination.
I think mine would have to be, God, I gotta remember the right name of the movie. The Return of the Jedi at the end, or towards the end when he's fighting Darth Vader. You can tell that he's giving into the dark side.
Yeah.
He like pulls himself back.
So all of our favorite moments are very close together at the end of Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, final act of Return of the Jedi. Because I think it's the best part of Star Wars, is the way that those original 6 stories culminate into that finale. That's my favorite part of Star Wars.
You mean
3? And it's my favorite part of Luke.
You mean 3?
What did I say?
You said 6.
It's episode 6.
But there was 3 movies.
Okay, I'm talking about the whole thing.
Oh,
it's episode 6.
Sure. But it was really hard for me to pick between the bonfire and I Am Not the Last Jedi.
That is also a great scene for Luke.
Yeah.
Everything about his fight, quote unquote, on Crate is so good. I don't understand how fans cannot think it's rad as fuck that because like, okay, the Jedi, he learned from Obi-Wan in the first Star Wars movie. Violence is not the only way. Sometimes you can use misdirection.
Yep.
They hid in that grate in the Millennium Falcon instead of just trying to brutishly take on the entire Stormtrooper army. And he made his final act one of misdirection, but on a massive, powerful scale like nothing has ever been seen before. He projected himself across the universe so convincingly that Kylo Ren, who goes
down to fight him in person.
He is a Force sensitive. He should be able to sense the presence or lack thereof of someone, but in his rage, he just saw Luke and he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill that guy.
I also love that Luke is, firstly, that's very Jedi, that he's not giving into anger and violence to do this. It's an entirely peaceful and awesome moment, but also he's not pure stoicism either. He's fucking with Ben. He knows it. Or he says, did you come to save my soul? And he just goes, no. Like, that's just awesome.
He fucking reiterates the line of amazing. Everything you just said is wrong.
Everything you just said was wrong.
I like the miniature detail too, that if you pay close enough attention, you'll notice that Kylo Ren is kicking the salt all over the place, but Luke isn't disturbing it because he's not there.
Didn't pick up on it on first viewing. Brilliant foreshadowing on second viewing.
Yeah, it's so good. That's why I'm like, Last Jedi is one of those movies where you have to watch it twice because it becomes so much more on the second viewing. I feel so many people stopped watching like 10 minutes into the movie and they just already decided that they were going to hate it. So they didn't appreciate any of the stuff. Like they closed their minds to the possibilities, because that's the thing. I went into the movie thinking, like, I go into movies thinking this is what I would like, but I'm open to possibilities, where a lot of other people seem to go, this is what it needs to be for me to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm most impressed with about The Last Jedi is that I so thoroughly missed what was happening that Luke shows up and I'm like, man, he looks a lot better than he did a minute. I guess being reinvigorated and he cleaned himself up, he looks great. And then he takes out the lightsaber and I was like, oh, he's not supposed to have the blue one. they must have made a mistake. And I was like, oh, I seriously, my brain went, oh no, this movie's gonna be torn apart for making that critical continuity error. That's so dumb. Okay, throw it out of your head. Try to enjoy the fight.
I also
and then he reveals he's a hologram. Like, that's why it's the blue one.
yeah, because it's he made himself into the last image that Kylo saw of him.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is Kylo last saw him with the green one. He's using the blue one because he knows that Kylo sees that specific lightsaber as his birthright. And he's doing it just to further piss him off. And I love that.
Yeah. He's a fucking troll. I love it.
It's awesome.
I thought you were going to say, or no, I didn't think you were going to say this, but I wanted to interject when you're like, my favorite thing about The Last Jedi. I was going to be like, is it that the fight scene against the Praetorian Guard syncs up perfectly to Toxic by Britney Spears?
Oh my God, now I got to try it.
You don't have to, it's a video.
Yay.
You know what, listener, if you're not interested, you can skip ahead by like 2 minutes, but Toxic lightsaber.
Are you gonna like play it into the microphone or something? Wait,
no.
If I try to watch a video, it'll cut the call.
It will.
I've only got my phone.
Well, I'll send it to you for later then.
Yeah, I'll check it out later.
It is hilarious though. like okay, before I saw the movie, I saw this video. And I was like, I gotta watch this fucking
before
movie.
You saw the movie.
Yes.
That is a brilliant first introduction to this movie. If it's what you say, if it's as cool as you say it is.
I did not know why Kylo and Rey were fighting together. I did not know the context of the scene. I was just like, this looks sick, and with this soundtrack, it's kind of bumping. I unironically love Toxic. Which makes me very grateful that according to Doctor Who, it will be seen as a classic of humanity thousands of years in the future.
I love Doctor Who.
I could never really get into it, but I have watched most of those episodes with 9, and I've seen a bunch of 10.
Yeah.
All right.
10 and 11 are my favorite.
Do we have any final thoughts about Luke Skywalker?
No, man. He's one of the iconic, all-time most iconic fictional characters in one of my all-time favorite fictional stories. And enough said.
I just want to say, I think people completely misinterpret what Luke is supposed to be, and I think I can explain why they misinterpret it. Between the Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens was what, 32 years?
Yeah.
1983 to 2015. So in that 32-year span were books and comics and video games that explored the characterization of Luke after Return of the Jedi. Now, all of that stuff is legends now, which means that could canonically exist in the Star Wars universe as stories people tell each other. But that's not necessarily what actually happened. Kind of similar to the idea in Logan that there are comic books of the X-Men, but it's very inaccurate to what they actually did.
Great analogy.
So we know of stories of like Luke fighting the clone of Palpatine, which ironically did get actually adapted. Not Luke, but or like his relationship with Mara Jade, or him founding the Academy at a much younger age, and fucking having Kyle Katarn as a teacher. All this stuff. And so if you grew up spending 30 plus years with this characterization of Luke as the biggest badass, then you see that he doesn't do badass things, and that was the last version of Luke that you remembered. You might think he's different, but it's that version of Luke that was the badass. That was the different one. The last time we saw Luke, he won the day not by overpowering his opponent, but by showing compassion. Before that, Luke very rarely in the original trilogy actually was stronger than his opponent. He normally survived by grit and guile. He used trickery. He used cleverness. He beat a Rancor not by doing some awesome show of force pushing, but by throwing a rock at a button.
Yeah, and if you released that scene today, they would be like, you destroyed my superhero Luke. I wanted him to crush it into a small ball of meat with his force powers.
Yeah, exactly. He was never that strong in the force. Like,
no,
he struggled to lift an X-Wing. Starkiller pulled a Star Destroyer out of the sky.
Jesus. See, that's why I'm like, it's so hard to do Starkiller live action and have it be taken seriously at all.
Yeah.
The Star Wars becomes Dragon Ball Z if you throw Starkiller in live action. It's
true, it does. It's pretty rad. The reason Luke is the big hero is not because he was the strongest. Darth Vader, if he like went on the same murder binge with Luke that he went on with those guys in the hallway at the end of Rogue One, would have killed Luke.
Oh, for sure.
He didn't do it because he was his son and he was trying to turn him. But Luke won because not only of his connection to Vader, but because of his heart, because of his mind. It was never about his body. And the way he dies in the end is the fullest culmination of him using his mind and his body to give a fighting chance and a chance at redemption to all the people he cares about. Yes, Ben Solo included. He failed Ben, and he knows he did. But like Yoda said, failure is the greatest teacher. But he said it backwards because, you know.
The greatest teacher, failure is.
Yeah, thank you. And so Luke let himself be taught. He let himself learn. When I failed Ben, but I'm not going to try to harm him or kill him now. I'm going to make him realize how fucking stupid he's being. I'm going to let the others escape. And
then I love that after that, when he's given everything he's got, we have that moment of him looking out at the sun, and we know from earlier this planet only has one sun. He's just seeing that. He's just seeing the twin suns from that same music begins the same as the first time he looked out over the horizon dreaming of adventure. It's an immensely powerful scene.
It was the culmination of his adventure, and he was satisfied, and it's beautiful. Also, I've seen people be like, didn't they change his character in the Rise of Skywalker when he catches the lightsaber and says you should treat a lightsaber with more respect? As like, no, because he was in a bad place when he threw it away, and now he's in a good place.
Yeah, he's kind of making fun of himself and poking fun at. Yeah, look, I'm sorry about that.
People do that. People poke fun at themselves. He doesn't take himself.
That's the I'm so sorry about last night. I was drunk. I'm not usually
Jedi
version. I promise.
Luke doesn't take himself too seriously, so you should not take Luke too seriously. Enjoy the movies, go where they take you. I'm not saying blind yourself to issues, fucking Padme's death, but
it's plausible.
Shut up. But not everything is terrible, and we shouldn't go in expecting everything to be terrible, because at that point, why are you watching the movies?
Yep.
And I think that's all I have to say about it. Jay, I sort of didn't let you say your final thoughts. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. I just like Luke. I like all of Star Wars.
Yeah. I think that's the way it should be.
Star Wars is cool.
It's awesome.
We got
deal with the Twitter.
We got less than 3 minutes, so I'm gonna try to speed run this. All right. You could support the series on my Anchor page. You can follow us at Cape Corner on Twitter. You can follow Jordan at Jordan Blueman or at Phantom Optimus on Twitter. You can follow Jay at Jay Vicarelli. You can join the Discord. Sometimes we do polls. I say that, but I haven't done one in a while. I should.
I say the same thing.
I did the ad break. Hall of Pods. Check out the Hall of Pods network. Our podcast network includes shows like the SJW Comic Book Club, True Believers, a comic book podcast, and the Phantom Optimists. We actually just had Chris from True Believers last episode. How did she do in comparison to our superhero aficionados here? I guess you'll have to listen to find out. I was gonna make fun of a certain person, but I figured it would be better not to give spoilers. So
No, don't spoil it.
yeah. All right. I think that's about it. You guys, we have 1 minute and 20 seconds left. You get one more Star Wars quote.
May the force be with you.
I love
Damn
Classic.
it.
All right, that will be it. Everybody stay strong, stay true to yourselves, and remember, we can all be heroes.
We got to keep the damn it in.
I am.
Yes.
Don't worry.
Oh, please. Oh, please. Yes.
Guys, what do you take me for? Of course I'm keeping that in. I'm probably keeping this in.